Hi, I'm Claire, and I did my research report on the impact of ADHD medication on academic performance. Research has shown that approximately 3 to 7% of children in today's classrooms are diagnosed with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. The primary symptoms of ADHD are lack of attention and an inability to focus, combined with poor impulse control and hyperactivity. These symptoms have implications in a lot of areas of everyday life, but probably the biggest impact is on academic performance because of the inability to retain information, which makes studying for tests really hard, as well as being able to have critical thinking skills and other things that you need to comprehend subject matter in school. The most common interventions for ADHD are specialized education accommodations and prescription medication, but for my research report, I chose to focus on medication. So in a survey of studies done in Europe in 2012, the research found that on-task behavior in the classroom, which was measured as length of time that children are observed paying attention to a task, for on-task behavior, prescription medication did provide a beneficial effect, and that was the main finding that they were able to figure out from that survey of studies. But regarding academic performance, improvements in both completion and accuracy were observed on arithmetic assignments, although there was not improvement in other areas such as reading and spelling. In a 2011 study that focused on predictive factors, there were many predictive factors that were related to high grades, such as homework management, classroom performance, and parental education levels, but medication was actually not one of them. The study also identified that among ADHD symptoms, inattention is the most closely related to academic performance. Another important indication from the study is that the relationship between ADHD and classroom performance is indirect and is mediated by the way a child performs in the classroom. In another study conducted in 2017, the results indicated that children who took medication received significantly higher scores on their standardized tests than those who did not take medication. It's also important to note that they did a meta-analysis during this review in which they were able to find that ADHD medication did help with arithmetic tests but did not help with reading and spelling tests, which was consistent with the data that I mentioned earlier. The usage of ADHD medication does have some implications in the classroom. Just because a child uses medication does not mean that his grades will necessarily improve. There are many other factors. Something that's important to note is that if a child is better able to focus to complete his classwork, but he doesn't utilize the information that he's learning in order to improve his performance, he's not going to benefit from the usage of medication. Another thing that's important to note is that the research showed that medication is able to help with arithmetic, but in the areas that it does not help with, it's going to be harder for a child to learn those skills if he doesn't have extra guidance, because medication isn't necessarily going to help him. Medication can help with inattention, meaning a child is better equipped to absorb information, meaning they're more likely to retain it. And then they then have the ability to expand upon their knowledge and improve their performance based upon their newfound understanding, which gives them enhanced opportunities for critical thinking. So that is a good implication of what medication can do. This infographic illustrates ways teachers can help with students with ADHD in the classroom. As far as behavior goes, hyperactivity and impulse control represents a challenge. If teachers use proactive strategies and allow time for lesson breaks, they will be able to better assist students. Regarding social interaction, students with ADHD sometimes have a hard time understanding social cues. Modeling positive recognition and providing social opportunities can assist these students in many ways.